Hey girls, how's it going? I hope your days are going amazing. Except for you, Amber. I hope you're having the day that you deserve. We are back, and I was just here like 24 hours ago, but the lulls keep lolling on low cow bus. You know what I mean? Amber had just a nightmare stream yesterday, and so now. I mean, whatever, 2 days ago, something like that. Whatever, time doesn't matter anymore. Like a couple days ago. And now apparently Tech and Fupa didn't like that she tried to get them fired, and things are getting awkward. So, I hope you'll stick around, and we will hang out and watch Amber embarrass herself for a little bit.
It's dark time as you know.
Anyway, it feels like we were just here. I just got a video uploaded, but Amber is still just busy embarrassing herself on the internet. So, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna watch Apathetic Facts. They are really helpful. Always go watch them because they're really doing the Lord's work. I wouldn't be able to watch. Well, I mean, I would. It's just boring. It's hours long and it's so low effort and boring. But Amber, it seems like, is trying to get Tech and or Fupa fired. Forgive me if I'm incorrect, but when I watched it last, I thought Fupa was fired, or quit, or something along those lines. But now she has returned. But it does seem like Amber's trying to get Tech fired for sure. And I know that this is going to come as a shock to you, Amber, famous empath. But people don't like that. They're not gonna like it. They're not gonna be enthusiastic about you having done that. And so I think reasonably Tuck and Fupa are pretty TO'd at this point, and you can tell right away. So we're just gonna jump right in and just get to, you know what I mean? If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I'm so glad you're here. Last I checked, we were at like 100, almost 100 subscribers, which is very exciting. So I like to make stupid videos about stupid things, and I just like to just hang out. Nobody wants I The world is so horrifying and stressful, and like we all go to work and like all this stuff, but the thing that I enjoy doing is just talking about stupid stuff that doesn't matter, and that's what I'm here to do today. So it seems like Amber had obviously the nightmare stream from the last night. It was so boring. I couldn't even get through it. And I watched a lot of it, but it was just so dull. And now we're gonna, it's gonna be awkward. So let's get into it.
Tech and Fupa come in hot, they're already on edge, and Amber's nowhere to be found.
Good
Classic
afternoon,
Amber.
Lookout Buzz. We're back at it again, and guess who's not here?
Miss Wamberlyn Reed.
Wamberlyn Reed. Oh my gosh, woe is me, Wamberlyn Reed.
Classic
Did you see that
Amber.
Amber f***ing up yesterday's show.
Yeah. I could have seen that a mile away.
I can't believe it.
I would agree. I think when Amber was saying she wanted to do it on her own, they were saying somebody like thick Gemini. I don't know anything about Gemini, I guess, but I would agree. I think Amber really needs other people there to help her do the show. She needs other people to bounce off of, and the other two people that she had were just not cutting it.
She did so bad. How do you do so bad, Amber?
Is ALR supposed to be here today?
Who f***ing cares?
Don't know, don't care.
I could not care less. We're talking mad shit about yesterday's episode. Yesterday was awful. So much happened over the weekend, and then we got cucked because Amber's like, I want to do my own show Monday. Are we even,
What else happened? Was it just that Fupa got fired and maybe it got into almost a fight? Almost came to blows with Genji? Somebody? What else happened?
just checking for the producer side. Are we in the Discord at all? No, so Amber has no way to even get in here.
Aw.
Oh, the Wamberlin. Oh, poor Wamberlin.
Wait, how do they manage this? What do you mean? They're not in the Discord, so she doesn't have a way to get there? What is that? What does that mean? How do you typically get people to live stream? How is she supposed to show up to her job? I don't want to have to take Amber's side on this. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to have to be like, well, there's a reason why she wasn't showing up. It's maybe like you're not letting her in. But I do feel like, I mean, obviously, she's not a stellar employee. We can tell that. But if you're at least give her the opportunity to show up, you know?
I'm seeing a lot of people saying, kick Amber, Amber go away. But someone said, can she speak? Amber, go ahead. Say your hellos.
Hello.
Welcome in.
How are you guys?
Hi.
I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in forever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you have to send a message to talk to somebody, Amber. You haven't reached out on a fucking day.
So apparently, yesterday's stream, the only stream Amber has been in charge of, in LCU, got a copyright strike.
Oh.
And the others aren't too happy about it.
Yeah, I don't know about.
What? I wonder why that. I guess they showed clips of other videos, but I think, but with that, because they would have had to copyright strike themselves.
Suing will entice. Will happen.
You know what I mean? Like it's our own stuff. So that's unusual. I'm curious to know like what it was. Also, is it that they're upset because now they won't get the streaming, or like not streaming? What's like the view money for it? Is that what they're saying?
What happened with that? The only clips we played were Fat Camp clips, and it was only like a handful, maybe less than a handful.
But you guys were listening to music towards the end.
This weird echo is.
Yeah, it was a copyright strike.
Oh,
I'll
Them.
have to
that
go
was
in.
Gemini's. That's Gemini's song.
No, there's another thing that copyright the stream yesterday. Well, I'll have to see what the fuck it was. But someone fucked up there, whether it was you or
Oh, we could just edit it out
Gemini.
and then reapply for AdSense,
Yeah, for sure.
which I've had to do. It's a pretty easy
Wait,
thing to do.
moderator, do not turn on slow mode. We're rolling with the punches today. Amber,
Wamber.
Yes.
why the fuck are you back in your room?
Because
Why?
this is where I do my show.
Where was your show yesterday?
It was in the living room because I knew I wasn't gonna have to scream at all.
Oh, so you are cooking the content.
Okay, so have you ever been in a relationship where you're like miserable and you feel like a shell of yourself? The light just leaves your eyeballs, and then
The relationship that you have with Tommy? Is that who we're talking about? Just kidding. I think she's talking about Jack.
Tommy know
Or
that?
leave
this
that
show.
relationship, and then you go into another relationship and you're like, whoa, I'm glowing. I'm like glowing right now.
Okay.
That's how I felt yesterday.
Oh.
I had so much fun. I had
Did she really have fun? I'm gonna be honest. It looked miserable and it was so boring.
Don't be fucking rude. Are you kidding me?
Okay. I'm wondering if there is sort of like a narcissistic thing where they're like, I was clearly miserable, but I don't want people to know that. Or I clearly failed, but I'm going to pretend like it was super successful to protect my ego. I'm wondering if that's possible. Seems like it is.
I have done nothing wrong ever in my life.
over 1,000 viewers while live was live at Fat Camp. I am proud of the work I put in. We made the same amount of money when Twiggy was on here with Fupa and with Gemini, and we got a redirect. I will show the screenshots.
Yeah, show him actually. Go for it.
Okay. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone, Amber, because to my remembrance, we were saying that this episode was going horribly. Even you said that, or she didn't say it was going horribly, but she was like definitely complaining the whole time that she did not get the redirect, and now she's like, I'm so happy. We did so good.
I am proud of myself.
I am
'Cause the
proud
numbers
of
are not
myself.
right.
I had fun.
That was the lowest performing stream
numbers
Bus has ever had.
were, like,
But when we were with
horrendous.
Twiggy, we made $400 and something.
Yeah, and I shit on Twiggy for it because I think that's a bad show.
And
Yeah.
last
Made a
night
little
with
bit more.
no redirect.
It was like a little under 5.
Last night with no redirect. While live was live at Fat Camp, we made 700. That includes Cash Cows and the Band Worlds. And I am proud of that. I was up majority of the stream. I was doing the robot. I was twerking. I was jumping jacks.
Did
I
you watch
was
the
having
same stream
fun.
I did? I didn't see any. I didn't,
What? You didn't see
Twerking?
any of that?
I didn't see any of
Really?
this.
Saw
The
her
jumping
get up.
jacks. She was going.
I swear to God.
I'll recreate it. Hold on.
It was a terrible stream, like performance-wise.
So the way Amber spins how her show performed yesterday, which she was literally complaining about the entire time, into
Is some-
something she's
she's
suddenly
proud of.
proud of, by comparing it to their other worst stream
Yeah.
ever, is wild to see. She takes something she was clearly unhappy with in real time, and reframes it as a success, by comparing it to their lowest point. It's kind of the same thing she does with her weight. She'll take her highest number, 572.4, from years ago, and use that as the baseline, instead of where she actually is right now. It's the exact same pattern here.
What is the goal to leave?
I wonder. I think that there has to be something narcissistic Lynn is doing. Do you know what I mean? Like that has to be a narcissistic trait where they're like, most people would consider this like everyone has had. If you have a job, you've had something that didn't go as well as you hoped for, or something that you wish would have gone differently, and instead of being like, this was my, like, whoops, I wish I had done that differently, this is my bad, I wish, just whoops a daisy, she turns it around and is like, I'm actually really proud of it. I think it went well, and I am happy with how it went. Like, that's such an interesting way to flip it in your mind. And it took no time for her to do that. And I think Apathetic Facts is right, because we see her do that, yeah, with her, like, other things that a lot of people would consider not great, you know what I mean? And she'll be like, but I'm really proud of myself. Like, I have lost 5 pounds and I'm really proud of myself. And it's like, that's still not good. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could do a lot better. And so you giving yourself credit for this when it's like, what are you giving yourself credit for? Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know.
The Discord so ALR can't keep jumping
Good
in the
job.
pool.
Good job with the jumping jacks. 30-20s? All right, 30-20s when we will leave the Discord. That way, Amber can take a break. She can take today off. ALR
I can
Echo.
agree to that. I don't want to take the day off, so I will
Dude, this echo is driving me nuts. I don't know what's going on with her audio.
not be leaving.
Oh, that's
and I will talk
fine.
to you
That's
about
fine. I mean, if it gets bad, we'll just like mute you or something. Don't worry about it. Yeah, goal to kick is for sure what we need to do today. What I have been interested in talking about, because you obviously were willing to do a whole different type of show with 2 other people.
Yeah, hold on a second
Right.
though. Fupa,
Oh, thank
so
you.
you met Billy, right? These men are also larger, right? And they probably have to do accessible types of things, right? So why are you gonna come for me for the way that I do a jumping jack while you're friends with men who probably have to do it in the same way that I do?
Billy
Well,
jumped in the fucking pool today.
yeah,
He's
those
killing the
men
game.
Too.
Yeah, no, but
I
he
can jump
Boogie
He jumped in
and
the pool?
Billy,
Wait, show me how to get out, because that's my only issue. How am I gonna get out? How do you get out?
You just
Yeah, I don't know if I can lift my leg like that.
Billy took a very hard trip to get here. Billy especially.
You're not understanding my
No, can I-
point. You are
can I talk?
deflecting.
yeah.
I hate it when I have to agree with Amber. It's not cool, I don't think, to make fun of people for doing accessible things that are just, some people need to do that. And so I would agree. I don't think that joke is in good taste. Don't make me agree with Amber. Don't make me do it.
You asked her a question. She's
This is
answering.
why
Can I
I'm
talk?
miserable
Okay.
here.
Billy
This is
took
why
like
I'm
3 to
miserable.
4 days of a drive.
I don't know
to
what that
get
has to
here,
do with
and
this.
That night when he was walking out of the theater room, I could
Yeah, you're
tell
not-
just
Yeah,
how
no
exhausted-
need to shit on Billy
exhausted he
because
was.
you're the one like can't do stuff. It's okay. Billy
Because I asked
Billy's
you a
holding his shit.
question.
Put in the
I-
effort. They fucking showed up.
Okay, I would agree. Guys, don't make me agree with Amber. I don't like doing it. I would agree that them making fun of the way that she is doing a jumping jack is also, by extension, making fun of other people of size, other very large people who would include Billy. Do you know what I mean? But don't make me do this. Stop it. Just say, the thing is, like, Amber will often be like, oh, girl, world is so mean and they always poop on me, even though, sometimes I'm right. I don't want to do that. I am a person who will hopefully call it as I see it. And I think honestly, everyone who's in the LCU, kind of sucks. Maybe not everyone, but like has some qualities that I'm like, I don't love that. I don't love that about you. But anyway, but I'm gonna call it as I see it. I don't think it's cool, personally, to make fun of people for doing accessible things, just in general.
But we
Fat
can do
camp.
deflecting, which is exactly what
I can't believe she was like, who's the other fat person at fat camp? They can't do shit. Look at Billy can't do shit.
Why would you make someone who is over 500 pounds up and moving?
No, I'm
Because you
proud
should
of,
be.
I'm proud of
You
for
should be,
moving,
big. What do you mean?
But it's the fact that you purposely sabotage our show.
You need to do content for the show, and you need to have someone that knows how to make that happen. Yesterday, you had the fixings
those
of a
googly
good
eyes.
stream. But you had no one to show run with you. Los Angeles
why
Aqueduct.
was
The most randomest.
Is that the fixings of a good stream? Just to be clear, because when I'm watching it, I was like, I pulled up and they were like, okay, for the donations that we get, this girl is going to put glitter on her face. This person is going to draw on their face. And Amber is going to do a jumping jack. Is that good? Is that good? Do people like that? Okay.
Most like boring like what the
Dude,
I was literally getting up to go to my room because I was like, I'm not fucking watching
So
this.
am I not gonna ever be able to speak? Is that
oh
gonna be
my
what the show
god. You
Is
said-
that just what this whole thing is? People like, they're like, oh, we're gonna embarrass ourselves, but it's not even. Is that even embarrassing? Putting glitter on yourself? I don't know.
What kind of place is this?
No.
we're terrible people. F you. Anyways.
Because you are
So bad,
you
dude.
were rooting for me from the sidelines. You guys got to take the day off. You weren't like, I hope my host has a good show. Instead, you guys have berated me and berated me and berated.
Okay, Ambi, I think you need to be honest with yourself, because literally we were watching you in the whatever theater room and you were like, I hate tech and Fupa sucks too, and I think they should both be fired. I don't know that people are going to quickly forgive that. You know what I mean? I would expect quite a bit of hostility. I couldn't imagine anyone. You'd have to be the most emotionally mature person ever to be like, you know what, Amber, you're right. I shouldn't have. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have empathy for you. I'm shocked maybe that Amber can't see why Fupa and Tech, why that would have made things very hostile between them. Do you know what I mean?
Berated me, and that is why I am miserable.
Well, that's what you need, I think, in your life. Holy can you believe she chose Thick Gemini as, like, her co-host?
Look.
You need... Okay, so Thick Gemini is an Amberlyn Reed. Right? They're like... They're like this.
Do we?
Ooh. Are they? I know nothing about this person. I did a video on the Donut Mom and how I was like, is she could she be a girl? Is she a girl? Maybe Thick Gemini needs to be added into that list. I don't know literally anything about them, but maybe I'll have to review them.
We want to drag her back. She's in Bus VC.
Oh, if she's in Bus,
She just, like,
for
jump
sure.
out?
She can't just leave the show to go bitch and complain to her fucking, like, hug box.
Cool. I'll bring her in right now.
So I guess Keemstar will be down here at some point today.
So if I'm
Could you imagine if you had if you had a coworker and like their job, like say you're working a front desk or something where your job is like literally to be physically present. You're a teacher. You're like, do you know what I mean? Like your job is not to like accomplish tasks. Your job is to be physically present. How annoying. Just so annoying it would be if this person just was like, every time they got annoyed with something that was happening with work, they just bye, peace out. That would be so irritating. I would go insane. I would be like, this is your one job. This is like the thing that you're doing. Do you know what I mean? And like the longer that they do this, Amber will probably continue to say that this is like a pretend conflict, blah, 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 whatever. I would say the longer that I've seen it, the more it becomes clear it is not a pretend conflict. This is a real conflict. Tech and Fupa genuinely don't like her. Who could blame them at this point? She seems like a really stressful coworker to have.
gonna have my volume super fucking low,
No one
and I
turned it
can't
down.
see- And whenever I speak, like, images are put over my face and I'm not taken seriously. Like, you
your
guys.
your life
That's not
story
me.
is why you're not taken seriously. That's a separate issue. But the photos of your
Then
face we can
leave
change.
me alone.
Okay.
I don't want to be here. We had a good show on Friday. We were all getting along.
Sorry, my toddler is going through a phase where he also says, "Leave me alone." When it's like, you'll be like, "Hey, it's time to go brush your teeth," and he'll say, "Leave me alone." Just remind, leave me alone.
Like,
No, you talked mad shit about the Friday episode and said that I was terrible and should be removed from the fucking channel, okay? And then you made the art removing me from the channel.
I actually noticed this a couple days ago, and I even took a screenshot because I genuinely thought Tech
Oh,
had
I didn't
been
even
fired.
notice that.
Like, changing the banner, the profile pic, all of that, that's not small. She is clearly trying to push Tech out.
We did not have a good show. You
what
are being vindictive.
talking about?
This is your show, isn't it? You should be on camera.
No, but you guys fucking treat me like fucking garbage. How do you not see that?
Okay, Amber,
You having your own stream with Thick, Gemini, and us having Monday off, like, I was fine with that. But when you went on there and you did everything that we've been asking you to do for weeks, it really just proved that you don't give a fuck about us. You don't give a fuck about the show.
No, it's because you guys treat me like being trash. I feel like a shell of a person when I'm here. I'm miserable. I cannot get up and dance. You guys will be fucking making fun of my body. Gemini, he does that shit in good fun. Him and I are friends.
Chris
She clearly understands the difference between someone joking and someone actually trying to be mean, because she literally says Gemini is her friend and that it's all in good fun. But then, in other situations, that same understanding just disappears. So I guess it's not that she can't tell the difference, it's that she chooses when to apply it. But at the end of the day, it's all still being broadcast.
This is why when Feline left
Sure.
Oklahoma after moving Amber, she sent a message of finally free to her friends. This isn't an act, this is Amber without a filter.
there you go.
Yeah, so that's not true. That was just another rumor that happened.
Amber, you're
Because
one of the
someone
most
called up Black
manipulative
Panther, like, that's
people
racist
I've
as
met in
fuck.
my entire life. You literally are like the finesser of the century.
I
Epstein
do
wish he
not
had
want
game
to
like
work
you.
with people who view me in this way.
Anyone who can open
Sorry, I need to take a second to take a deep breath because, wow, I think if you have ever worked in a workplace that feels very tense and toxic, this is how it feels. It feels like you're stuck with like a bully. And I was just like, it feels like the tension feels so, yeah, it's dreadful. I'm like, this is a bad workplace. And I've said this before. I was like, I think I've felt like this is a bad workplace. Like, it's a place that isn't healthy to work at, just in general. That's pretty obvious. But like sitting there, it just feels so like tense is the only word that I can think of. And ugh.
their
Will
eyes, we'll
never
see you
be
this
a
way.
good show. I will never be happy working with two people.
You shouldn't be happy.
I was literally hired to, like, push your buttons. And you even said on stream, I want someone to raise my blood pressure every single day.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna sit here and work. Like, you know how I feel about tech. Like,
You're in the bus VC today, scheming about how to make the show fucking awful on purpose to make it look like we're doing a bad job. You think people don't tell us what's going on?
They literally
She could probably just sit there, just like tune out like she has the other days where she is essentially like sabotaging the show, in my opinion. Like, she could just sit there quietly. That would probably do what she was hoping.
DM me.
They are
And
telling me
me,
everything. You can't trust your fucking bus VC Amber babies. What are they called? Am babies?
if you want to believe like a hater, then you can go for
If
it.
I want to
Dude, could you imagine being one of the people who's like, maybe you are. Maybe you're one of these people who's like in the VC and then reporting back to Tech and Fupa. That's too far in it. That's like other Rachel the Python ish right there. You know what I mean? That's full poo touching potentially. I mean, for me, I don't know, whatever. I assume people are in this VC. I still don't fully understand what it is. It seems like maybe people just talking together all the time, and that sounds like something I don't want to be a part of. So
believe
I don't know. If you're in the VC, let me know. I'm so curious, but I don't want to go investigating.
haters, 7 haters in the bus VC that when I tune in, I can see they're in the same call with you.
I was told they are telling Amber to just ignore you and not to respond to anything you say and make this show awful for you guys on purpose. She's bragging about the exercise she did on stream last night. She's also mad that she's not involved in a meeting before stream. She also said that
Don't they try to? They've said that she does not show up to meetings, so.
you and Tech mean nothing to her.
Mm-hmm. I got
Can
the
I
same.
respond to each one of those things?
I got the
Sure.
same message from another person, someone different than what Fupa
And I
got.
would like you to tell me who that is.
No.
No.
I'd like you to tell me who that is. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Why would they expose their mole, Amber? Duh.
No.
Send it to me.
Cute.
No, Fuba, okay, then
Cute. Leave. Get out of here. Leave.
The fact that she's constantly pushing to get people's real names, especially people who are clearly trying to stay anonymous, should be much more concerning to Keemstar than it is. That Discord should have been shut down months ago.
I'm not gonna rag out like other members of the Discord that are not hosts, they're not interns, they're literally private Discord members that don't want their shit out there.
Is
But also, what motivation? What motivation would these two have to like say who it is? Do you know what I mean? Like that person would probably be kicked out by Amber or whatever. At least she's not going to invite them into their call, into her whatever weird calls anymore. And then, do you know what I mean? Like, what would Amber use like a little bit, a shred of that 3.9 GPA IQ to be like, I would like you to tell me who that is. No. Why would they?
is Amber in the bus VC?
Yes, she is.
Let's
Oh my
bring her back.
gosh.
Amber.
What's
welcome
going on
back
in
to
this
the job.
VC,
Y'all
dude?
don't want me here, right? You made a goal
No,
for me to leave.
they
Sorry
clearly
you're
do
not
not.
reaching it. You guys are losers.
We're getting pretty close there, buddy.
Goal for me to leave, and you're not reaching that goal. So obviously you don't want me here. So I'm gonna make your job easier since you guys
If-
planned the show without me. I want Keem to actually sit down and to watch this full show,
Perfect.
so he knows
So
the reason
boring.
why, Tech, you are done with Buzz.
Done.
I can drag her back again if you'd like.
Yeah. There is no opportunity in a normal person's life to get to where she's at without being such a terrible person. Actively, she will flaunt her social media cred, right, as like a power move against other people or her income, right? It's always money. It's always my presence, right?
It's true.
And she's gotten away with it for a long fucking time.
I've said it before, but sometimes I think either Tech really did know the lore before working with her, he's watching all the reaction channels, or he picked up on it fast.
When she's on her own channel, she has the
That's true.
freedom to block whoever she wants. She can just not read the comments. She can go on, like, live in her own world. But when you're in the LCU, like, you literally can't escape it. I don't think she can handle it.
It's almost as if, right, the same playbook is all she knows how to do. Delete the VC? Dog, at this point, I think I agree. I'm starting to agree. The VC is fucking awful.
I agree. I don't
don't
know
know
Keem
what's
very
going
well,
on
but him
there.
allowing this VC to stay up and running for her just seems like nothing more than a damn liability at this point. How can
At the very least, like when she is wanting to run away from whatever's happening on stream, she will go to this VC. I'd be like, I need you to stop doing that at the very least. You know what I mean?
any of this be worth it? All the doxing, people feeling unsafe in these spaces, her admitting she's intentionally trying to ruin this show, the constant threatening phone calls to Keem all day and night.
Because all it does is make her in her little echo chamber where everyone's on her side.
Why are we allowing people in the Discord that are purposely trying to f- with the shows and purposely trying to sabotage the shows? Isn't that like what Keemstar's like one of his
Saboteur.
number one rules?
Well,
Amberlyn has made me scared to join the Discord because of what happens in the bus VC. I've gotten
yep.
comments like that over and over and over again.
No, apparently I have to go check the Jester side chat on YouTube because Amber is crying there to Keemstar.
Okay, so Amber apparently left the stream and is going to. Oh my god. Amber, I understand if you want to talk about this, but like, don't. I would be so frustrated if I was Keem too, I guess. But I would be so irritated. I'd be like, dude, stay at your fucking job. What else are you doing? You're gonna go bitch to Keemstar? Oh my god. Oh, I'd lose it.
Let's get the exclusive in the figure room. Hey,
I'm so done. I'm done, Keem.
I have no
We're
idea
not
what
gonna do this performative thing, so can we talk in private?
No,
can, but
you're at work
not
right now.
actually done, are you?
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I don't want to do this publicly. Like, I'm just done.
I don't. to do this publicly. Girl, you do everything embarrassing publicly. What are you talking about?
Part of the gig is to like open the window to the fans. Look, you can vent to me privately. I think you should do it publicly.
He's just an awful person. Like, setting goals for me. Like, okay, first of all, they wouldn't even let me in the show in the beginning. They're talking all this shit about my show yesterday, even though, like, I get it financially, it wasn't the greatest, but, like, I had fun again. And that was my goal.
Was that fun?
Every time
Are we having fun?
he just fucking speaks over me. They purposely have my volume all the way down, saying the reason why people aren't donating is because they don't want to give me money. I can't work with him anymore. Like, it's just, it goes deeper than just like, oh, drama for the show. It goes deeper than that.
I mean, if we have to pull Tech out of there, we have to pull Tech out of there. I mean, I'm not kicking you off a bus, and you're not quitting. If Tech has to go, Tech has to go.
Yesterday, like, was live at Fat Camp with drama while I'm trying to do bus with Gemini. So of course I'm not going to make as much money. Of course I'm not going to get that many views.
But why do you care? Why do you care about what Tech's saying or Fupa or what the fans are saying? I'm your boss. I don't give a shit. I understand why you're upset that you didn't get the redirect and this and that. Like, I get it. I mean, if we have to just get someone else in there, we'll get someone else in there. I mean, I've tried to tell Fupa and Tech a million times, this is Amber's show, right? If we get to a point where Amber doesn't want you on the show, I'm sorry. Like, we're gonna kick that person off. I mean, people are donating right now or typing in chat, Keem, get it back on. And do what? Kick Amber off a bus?
No, they want him off.
We'll pick someone new April 1st. We'll announce a new host.
April 1st? Do you think it's going to be like April Fools? Like, why April 1st? Whatever. Okay, so here's the deal. I can understand where Keem is coming from. He definitely knows that ALR can continue to bring in, like, she is a good lol cow. Do you know what I mean? She has a bigger audience than a lot of other people. And I think it's valid to say that, like, Bus is her show. And she definitely needs somebody else. She needs a good banter. And I don't know if I see, like, a clear road forward between Fupa, Tech, and Amber where they're going to have, like, a cordial relationship. And so, but, like, how many people are we just gonna run through the whole universe? How many people are gonna be left soon? Do you know that, like, Amber hasn't gotten into a weird fight with?
Amber, why don't you just go in there and be like, I talked to Keem and you're gonna replace April 1st, so
do it, girl.
Why don't you just do that? Why don't you defend yourself?
I feel like Tech's probably gonna be like, good. Smell you later, loser.
On Amber's side or Tech's side, Amber is the draw to Bus, right? So it's like, dude, I'm not gonna make a dumb business call.
Who'd have thunk?
Does anyone else feel like Keem said April 1st, cause it's April Fool's Day, and he's just gonna say it was a joke the whole time?
A lot of people will say, oh, this cast doesn't work. Gigi's like, oh, you need to replace Tech with someone who is, like, able to guide the conversation.
ALR donated. She said with $2.
Only $2? That can donate 20. All right?
Never mind.
Put on a TTS bit. Why are we not understanding that Amber is just terrible on her own? Mm-hmm. With anyone you pair her up with, she's going to be fucking god-awful. She's not able to have a conversation. She's not able to sit down and, like, listen to your perspective. It's my way or gaslight.
Her channel has been dying for years. Now she averages probably 30K for a vlog.
Yeah,
I will say, yeah, like the vlogs at the end of, whatever, like she had the Stream Queens, she maybe had a couple thousand people in there. And then the vlogs at the end, like the last ones that I was never watching her, but it's most people, I think, at this point, do not know she is a genuinely terrible person. And so they maybe want to know the drama, they want to know the tea, so they will watch it through somebody else, right? Like, I don't really want to go to LCU to give Amber a view. I wouldn't want to go to her page and give her a view, but I will watch a recap. And I think that that's kind of like where we are, is that I would agree. Like, Keem thinks that there are people who, like, Girl World is going to want to watch her embarrass herself. And, like, to an extent, there's probably people that want that. But I think more is that, like, I actively do not, not that I'm going to watch the LCU after Amber is gone, but I also wasn't going to watch it before. But, like, I am actively going out of my way to not watch it. I will wait until Apathetic Facts upload something, because I'm like, I don't even want to give her the satisfaction of a single view. I don't want her to have the AdSense that is like 1 penny. Do you know what I mean?
Her most
She
popular.
used to be in the hundreds.
Yeah, her
of
most popular
thousands.
era was what, 8 years ago, 7
It
years
was
ago.
2019.
Oh, ALR's back.
Welcome back. Are you ready to work?
Amber.
Hello. Fupa, you and I are gonna have a new host April 1st.
On Buzz?
99 cents.
Oh,
Angela
solid.
kicked me from the VC twice last night for no reason. Carol Cash looked up my personal info and shared it with main chat. I pulled my glass, crypt, and bus memberships because I don't want to be part of the Discord anymore.
I'm sorry, Laura.
That's fun.
None of
Appreciate
that
you.
is true. That is
It's
Solo,
probably
one of
true.
my
She's a
biggest
liar.
haters.
It's probably
That is
true.
one of my biggest haters.
It's one of
And
my
the reason
biggest
why
haters.
she's probably saying these lies is because she just said she's gonna leave the server. So Keem said me and Fupa are gonna have a new host April
Sounds
1st.
great. That means I can do what you do and leave a show for an hour and 20 minutes and still collect a paycheck until then. So, Amber,
That's true.
thank you. Run the show.
I'd be
You
like,
got
well,
this, BBG.
smell you
Go
later.
for it.
A lot of people don't like tech. I know a lot of Girl World does, but the LCU does not like tech for this.
If what ALR is true, I am out. She is a spoiled brat.
Alright, so I'm not gonna speak if it's gonna say liar over my head. I'm just not. His goal is to make more people hate me. His goal is to continue the hate train. And now he's not even fucking doing his job. And I'm fully aware that you guys want people to literally hate me.
Amber, yeah, you need to take a minute. He's fully not doing his job. Amber, be serious. Be serious right now, because we just saw you not, like, it is so interesting to see her try and critique somebody for the exact thing that she was doing 3 minutes before. I agree. It's frustrating. I agree. You're supposed to be there. This is like, sit there. But, like, I don't know what you thought was going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Were you expecting him to be like, you know what, Amber? I think that's fine. I love you. Do you know what I mean? Like, how are you not understanding how other people also have emotions? Is that a narcissist thing where they're like, I experience emotions, but I'm not able to recognize that other people do? Maybe that is. I don't know.
That is what Girl World is entertained by. But something needs to change.
Six asking what's going on, so I was just telling him that
Well, why doesn't he do his job?
Well, he walked off.
Why don't you do
hold
your
on. Just
job,
be a little fair
Amber?
to Tech here. I don't know if it's fair to use the argument, why is he not doing his job, when consistently you've been the one that leads the call,
Right.
Right? It's your job to be here.
Right? He's at Fat Camp.
Correct. Shouldn't you be at Fat Camp too?
No, a lot of people didn't go.
For valid reasons. It's a little hypocritical to make the argument of well, he's not here to work when you do the exact same thing that you're accusing.
Why don't we
him of.
just let the two of them go,
But
and
he's at
Amber
Fat
can
Camp.
be...
Okay, that doesn't overwrite anything I just said.
Right now, nobody's driving the bus but Girl World.
No glass.
Oh,
no glass.
It has
Says who?
completely ruined this show.
Cool.
Whoever ends up working here with me and Fupa, we're
God
gonna have to, as a
bless
team,
them.
stop focusing on the fucking chat. We're gonna have to focus as a team to stop letting Girl World drive the bus.
Oh, Amber,
Because I'm done.
You're so dumb.
I
You're
left
just so
Girl World for a
stupid,
reason.
bitch. It's so stupid.
I left Girl World for a reason.
You were kicked out. You were drowning with making no money. You didn't leave for
You
a
left
reason. You were
Girl
just like,
World.
I
yo.
made 12K, baby.
You left Girl World. Amber, let's be real. You did not leave Girl World. You got demonetized. You would have stayed.
Boy, on
Washed
my
up.
channel
uploading only once a week, so we can fight more about it if you want.
To sit here and act like you willingly left Gore World is crazy. She
Girl.
was absolutely distraught when she was demonetized, and she was absolutely shocked when she appealed and her appeal was denied. She
Yes.
eventually broke down and told us her CPM, which is how much you're paid per 1,000 views, was constantly dropping every single day, and she was struggling financially, to the point she begged people to send pennies to her Cash App.
Yeah. I never thought I'd meet a has-been, but I have. Your whole fight with me was because you were complaining that I didn't understand that when you were talking to not take you seriously. And I said, do you want me to take you seriously? And you're like, no, when I'm on the camera, don't take me seriously. I am a performer. I'm a character. I'm not real.
I do not
No one's going to
work
take you
with
seriously now
my
on because that's the
whole
fucking life you present for yourself, is you don't
My
want to
whole
be
team-
serious. Your show wants you gone, Amber, and you're the one like, I'm leaving, or your tech leaves. I wouldn't be surprised if Keem after Fat Camp's like, we don't fucking need Amber. Fuck
I
it."
don't want Amber to leave, but I definitely want her to participate in the show.
If that's the truth, why do I want to work with Fupa?
You
She's
don't.
fatphobic. She screams in my face.
Didn't-
She calls the love of my life
Ha-
a feeder. The list can go on and on.
Hasn't she
So why does
complained about wanting you gone?
Yeah.
She
Why- why-
definitely
why-
has.
You're gaslighting me.
I had
You're a
ample opportunity-
gaslighter.
That's not a gaslighter.
You're
That's not a
gaslighting.
gaslighter.
Yeah, you are.
I had ample opportunity to get this fired, and I never fired her.
You know why though, right? You know why you didn't fire her? Because you're scared. Because you're alone, and
Guess
everyone
what,
around you
Ted?
has to support you.
Fired.
You can't.
You're fired.
You wouldn't be able to eat if it wasn't for DoorDash.
Hey, LR. It's been proven that 2 of your closest people in the Discord have doxed people.
Yep.
You forced the oldest mod out of the Discord because
Ew.
one of your people got timed
Yep.
out for 24 hours.
The
Hey,
clock it.
LR, you're the worst thing to happen to the LCU.
Amber, do you ever think about the end of your life?
Well, this took a turn.
Do you?
I don't know
Okay,
where
great, then
that's
we're gonna talk
what that's
about it.
planning to do.
Amber came to me and said, Tech, you need to stop being mean to me, change the show program.
So Tech explains why the tone of the content suddenly changed, and it wasn't just creative direction. He says Amber brought up some really serious personal struggles, and that's what led to him pulling back.
That's why content changed. That's why things had to fucking adjust. Instead of having like a conversation about anything, you are literally the fucking worst LSU employee we've ever had. I've never seen someone as terrible as you as being an entertainer in my fucking life. All right.
I came to you in confidence, crying,
It wasn't.
telling you I did not want to say this on the show.
Yeah. Do you remember that private call you wanted to drag me on for like when I was really drunk and I said the F slur? That was in confidence. That was not for the show. And you wanted to drag me on that. You had planned beforehand to expose me on it. Hey, if you leave, just so you know, people are going to be concerned. All right, Amber? You leaving with that statement, they're going to be concerned about what you said.
So Amber decides to once again run and cry to Keem, and in that, she tells him she will not be coming back to Bus until April 1st because Emily is coming and she needs a long vacation. Oh, and that she supposedly just got swatted?
I'm gonna say this publicly, but fuck it. Yeah, I'm not working with Tech. So what happened? I'm gonna do the whole little backstory first before I tell you. I told Tech like 2 weeks ago in confidence that I felt. And Tech then says on Buzz tonight that I told him that in confidence, and then it was a dog whistle, right? So the cops just showed up at my door, bro, because of him. Like I am.
Okay, so I'm kind of gathering in what happened in this, and it sounds like Amber was having a really rough mental health time. Okay, so I I don't know. I'm trying to like take this in, I suppose. So it sounds like Amber had shared that she was having, like I said, a really tough mental health time, and I want to like preface this by saying that like sometimes if you are concerned about somebody, that it is important to like there is a need to call law enforcement or somebody to do a welfare check on people. And so I don't know if I would consider that swatting necessarily, but because to me swatting is like saying this person is going to cause harm to another person, or they have something that's dangerous, quick, get the police over there right away. Do you know what I mean? Whereas this could have been a welfare check. But I also know that that's a phrase, that's a thing that people can say. And again, I don't want to like everyone should be believed and we should take people seriously. However, we have no, lying people, lying liars are lying. And so it's hard to take somebody seriously who has lied about things like assaults when they say something like this. And so I also want to throw that in there. And we should always believe people when they say that they're experiencing a mental health crisis, obviously. But it's a tough position to be in. And I would argue that even if somebody is experiencing a mental health crisis, that doesn't necessarily give them permission or an excuse to act the way that Amber often acts in relation to tech,
This is at the point where it's getting too serious. Do not go back on bus tonight.
No, I'm actually done. I was already going to take off the 26th to the 30th. You already know that, so I'm not coming back until the 1st.
Dude, she just got swatted because Tech said
I don't know if I think
What?
that's swatting.
Tech brought it up on bus, and then someone did a wellness check on her.
Keen, this is what I don't like. Amber always alluding to the fact that you cater to her like she owns you. She doesn't. She needs to be humble. Mount opinion respectfully.
Look, Tech tried to humble her. How'd that work? She just quit. Y'all are kind of dumb. Y'all are dumb. You don't know how to deal and talk and work with someone who's complicated, like Boogie or ALR.
There's so many people that said they do not want this show.
No, yeah, no one wants to be the main host for this thing.
I know, I was like, who's going to come back?
You would think everyone would be fighting for this spot, but
no.
Amber will not meet you for meetings.
Seems bad.
She would just have no time in her day because she has to be in her bus VC all the way until 5 to 9 a.m.
She didn't get up today until 6 p.m. this time.
Yep. You can have 20 topics available, and she'll say, I'm only doing these 3. You planned on having 3 hours of content, and it's whittled down to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
She will spread lies and rumors about you throughout the Discord, fantasize how to take you down and make you look worse so she looks better in the bus VC with all these fucking AM babies for hours and hours and hours every single day, right? She will use her position against you. She will garnish the goodwill of normal, nice people to give her a chance. Everything you do will be seen as...
Do they let them have Smirnoff? Is that Smirnoff Ice in a can? I didn't know that they still have... I don't drink it anymore, but they have those in cans now? They let you have those at Fat Camp? Seems like unnecessary calories, but sure.
Because of her, there is no one in the LCU capable of handling Amberlynn Reed the way she fucking behaves. She wants us to have
That's probably
detailed
true.
meeting notes. Yeah, and then she's like, this is too much. Make it simple. So then I started just typing them in the Discord, the group chat, and then she would never follow a single fucking one.
I'm going to be honest. It's really difficult to work with Amber.
Keem shouldn't be paying her. Keem shouldn't pay her for the last week of this month. Amber, you shouldn't be paid for these fucking episodes.
I agree. Like, isn't Boogie docked whenever he leaves his show? Why?
I think so. I've heard that.
I don't know how public that is.
Yeah, I don't know how public that is.
Oh, well.
I feel like I've heard that, though.
Oopsie.
Well,
I think the same should happen for Amber.
Yeah, this is kinda weird. She can literally leave the show and still get paid from it, while everyone else actually has to be there and do the work. It just feels a little off, especially when she keeps saying she doesn't need the show, but still benefits from it either way.
I have to be here. Tech has to be
It's a
here.
good take. That's actually a good take. I actually agree with that.
I would
can
agree.
just not work. Let's actually get to the nitty gritty. If she quit this job, she's fucked.
Oh, yeah, she's cooked.
She can't afford whatever
Demonetized.
Yeah, whatever life she has right
Relies on Keem right now.
now. She relies on Keem.
Burns that bridge with Keem. You're cooked.
If Keem literally said, "Hey, the episodes that you leave where you're not going to be here, you're not getting paid," she'd never leave again. She can't afford to.
Exactly.
You know what? You know what is interesting about Amberlynn?
She's a dumb
I
bitch.
can't. I don't want to self-promote this, or I guess promote for Amber. She's doing the money thing again, where you can like pay her to say and ask for advice
She's back, by the
online
way.
on that one website.
Yeah, on Cameo. And Karina said she thinks, and I think that this is probably true, Amber is not going to go out of her way to do additional work just for the fun of it. Do you know what I mean? It's just not the sort of thing that she does. And I mean, like, I don't know if I can blame her. Am I going to go out of my way to do additional work when I don't have to? What am I saying? Yeah, I make these videos. I don't. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so, but this is fun. I enjoy doing it. But like, people kind of like inventing a new thing for their job that they're not being asked to do, and they're just going another way to do it. I don't know if that's like a thing most people would do, but she is back on the Cameo. She's been promoting that more. And Karina Kaboom says, I think this means that she is financially hard up. And I would agree. I think that that's probably what that means, because she just isn't the type of person who goes above and beyond, even for her own well-being, you know?
Like, that I will not say. Don't say it.
Oh.
She's back to doing that because money is fucking tight.
It's kind of funny because she's back on Cameo
24
doing a
hour
sale, and clearly trying to bring in
sale.
money, while at the same time claiming she's pulling in like 40K per month. Those two things don't really go together. If you're making that kind of money,
She said that she's pulling in, I mean, she said that she brings in 40K into the LCU. I don't know if she's saying that she makes 40K, because like obviously YouTube is going to take a cut, Keem is going to take a cut, and then we're going to divide it probably not equally between the three of these hosts. But yeah, if I was like, okay, she brings in 40K for the whole month. Let me do some quick little bit of like napkin math over here, right? So let's say she makes 40K. Okay. So then if she were to, let's say, I'm going to guess, YouTube probably takes like 40% of that, right? So, let me get my calculator here. I'm going to do some real napkin math here, okay? Calculator. Okay. So let's say she's bringing in 40,000 doll hairs a month. Okay, I'm pretty sure that I've heard that YouTube takes 40%, but let's be generous. Okay, let's do they're only going to take 30% in this situation, okay? So we're down to 28K. And then how much do you think Keem takes? It has to be more than that. Let's say Keem takes a third of that, right? Okay, so we're going to do times 0.66. Okay, all right. So now we're down to 18K. And then, I mean, obviously we have to consider taxes too. So let's say times 0.3. Okay. Okay, so let's say we'll take off another 5,000. Do you know what I mean? Like another third of it. Okay, because we're kind of going down. Okay, so then we're down to like 13K a month, right? Divided by 3 hosts. It's probably not divided equally, obviously. Like, let's say maybe 15%, 70%. Okay, 13 times. That's 9,000. Okay, that is still a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. That's still like a solid amount of money. Do I think that Amber could easily spend $9,000 in a month? Yes, I do. I think she is definitely the victim of like lifestyle creep. Do you know what I mean? She's definitely probably has a lot of that going on. But to say she's making $40,000 a month, she's not. She's just not. She can't be.
money consistently, you're probably not running flash sales trying to get more. It just
That's
feels
probably
like the story
that's
changes
true.
depending on what sounds better in the moment.
She's not allowed, like, I understand she's leaving over and over again, but like she's got to be able to be on the show. She's complaining that you guys just left the VC, so she can't come back.
Okay. Are we allowed to leave for 40 minutes while she does a show?
Guys, you are treating me like a babysitter. Yeah, April 1st, Amber's refusing to work with Tack. I told her Tack has to stay until April 1st.
Well, make her homeless. Just don't give her a job. I'll be the best detractor channel on the internet. Graham, let's go back to the Discord. Amber, come back, baby. I miss you. Amber, you're like the diabetes that refused to leave after losing 200 pounds.
Oh, like a cockroach.
I'll be your insulin. You be my blood disease.
If Tech and Food believe I am going back to apathetic facts, Amber is so boring and dull, so many people only stay for you two, and Keem needs to realize that.
That'd be great. Look, there's the dog.
Messy.
He's like limping.
Why is the dog
What bothers
limping?
me,
Why is
My
the
dog
limping?
is not limping. What bothers me is
You saw
what just
that?
happened, Tech. I'm here to tell you that you just fucked up. You did IRL, and I will never be on the show if you're
How
here.
did I do IRL?
You're an
Well,
idiot,
me
Tech.
me losing Bus is like, okay, Amber's gonna lose a showrunner, right? I'm not losing like an opportunity here. I love what I do here in the LCU. I'll do it on Crypt every day, right? But Amber doesn't have anyone in the LCU currently capable to run Bus with her, and she's gonna have to struggle to find someone to do it.
Get
All right,
Gemini in
well,
there.
Whatever. I'm done arguing.
Yeah,
I
no
mean,
worries,
this
no
is
worries.
just
Ugh.
stupid. Look, you know, I'm not like really mad at anyone, but it's, you know, we're at a point now where this cast is just not going to work. So we'll figure it out from here on out.
That is probably true. And let me tell you, it's Amber, at some point you have to realize if every single person that you interact with is saying, I really cannot work with her, what's the common thread? Do you know what I mean? Like it can't just be that everyone else is a terrible person and you have done absolutely nothing wrong. Do you know what I mean? It can't be that. It's totally normal and I think common that some people just like don't get along with certain other people. I think that that's a normal thing that happens, but every single person is like, no, I'm not going to work with her. I don't know what host is going to come do it. I hope it's not Gemini. Oh my God, that was boring. But I guess we'll see. Who knows? Anyway, okay. Well, thank you so much for being here. If you stayed till the end, please make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps my channel. I am approaching 100 subscribers, which is super exciting. So if you're here and you're watching this, I'm super excited for you to be here. And you know what? I'm looking forward to a little bit of a break from this because this has just been a lot. You know, it's been hard watching LCU stuff, even if Apathetic Facts is doing the good work of making sure that I don't have to actually watch the entirety of the stream because it's so boring. So anyway, thank you so much for being here and have a good rest of your day. Love you guys. Bye.